We're doing this right before wake up time, so we have a few little visitors here. Hello, and welcome to our seventh newsletter. Got it right that time. We're really excited to be here with you guys. So, the first thing I just wanted to say is that I worked really hard this past month to make a special magnet for those of you who have supported us in 2023 or committed to support us in 2023. So I'm so excited to share that with you guys because we are so thankful for all of you who have partnered with us already and gotten us as far as we have. So thank you very much. And this is our little Christmas thank you. So there will be probably something else exciting in store for 2024. So look forward to that. We also became members at Christ Church Santa Fe, the church that we've been attending here in Santa Fe. And so that was really special. We've really grown to be part of the community there, and we've just had a lot of spiritual growth here as well. And so we are really thankful for this church that God has us in here in Santa Fe, and they even asked us to light the Advent candle this last Sunday as well, which was a special privilege.
That was very nice.
Yeah.
And we also wanted to say how grateful we are that God has provided for us community everywhere that we've gone, and just how important it's been that we've had a home and a family in both places we've lived, in Houston and in New Mexico. And then we kind of see ourselves maybe like, what's that term, snowbirds? Like you have like two homes, like people spend like 6 months in one place and then
warm climate and a cold climate, right?
And the cold climate to avoid harsh winters or harsh summers. And that is how we feel, because we know that when we return home from the field on the home ministry assignments or any trips that we come, we'll be splitting it probably halfway between Houston and New Mexico. And so we're really grateful for the community and the family that God has provided so generously for us in every place.
Yeah. But we're really thankful to be part of this family also here in Santa Fe. So
yep.
Yeah.
Well, we have an update. In our very first newsletter, we mentioned that we went to go get passports as an entire family, and now they're finally here, guys.
Ta-da!
What's so cool about that, or not so cool, is how long it took. Like literally, the last two came in like a week ago. There was a mistake that the poor gal made at the post office in Texas, where she thought we were moving to Santa Fe, Texas. And so she put all of the addresses for our passports to return to Santa Fe, Texas.
Instead of Santa Fe,
New Mexico. And so I've constantly been getting these emails from the government being like, we can't seem to get your passport to you. Please confirm the address. And I was like, oh, yep, that's the problem.
Yeah. So it ended up taking 5 or 6 months to get passports. Yes. So keep that in mind if you go to the post office. Off of just kidding.
No, but keep it in mind that if you want to travel, things happen.
Yeah.
Plan ahead.
Yeah, we're thankful that we thought about doing it before moving. So.
Yes.
Also had some cool news that we learned that in Nagoya there's going to be in the next 2 or 3 years a new church plant, and so that's exciting because not only will we be able to go to Nagoya to serve as teachers at the school there, but there will also be opportunities for us to also serve as part of this new church plant. And there's already been 2 churches planted by this church planting team, and there's a 3rd one in progress right now. So this will be the 4th church planted in the area by our team there in Nagoya. So that's really exciting. And the goal for these church plants is to work ourselves out of a job and pass it over entirely to the people who live there. And so that's really exciting to have that focus.
And just keep in mind that with having a 4th church plant, this is a city of about 2.3 million people. And so having these churches set in neighborhoods that are accessible to these people is really important, so that everyone has an opportunity to find a place where they can hear the gospel.
Yeah, and it is, I think it's the least church of the metropolitan areas in Japan. Nagoya is.
Mhm.
So we're excited about that.
So now we are wanting to talk about something called end of year giving. And many of you may be considering making end of year gifts to charitable organizations. And we want to let you know that MTW is a 501c3 religious charity. And so anything that you donate to our support account also counts as a charitable donation and is tax deductible. And we wanted to ask you if you would consider helping us build up our one-time support account so that we would be able to make it to the field sooner. The one-time support account covers things such as our flights to the field, our pre-field training, our language school, and helping us get settled once we are in Japan. And these are really important things. And so we wanted to ask if you would consider for year-end giving supporting us as an opportunity for you.
And we thank all of you who have already been supporting us on a monthly basis. Some of you have also given one-time gifts, but all you monthly supporters are giving to our one-time fund right now. And so we thank you so much for partnering for us now before we get there, because we would never be able to fill up that one-time goal without you. So thank you for considering giving above and beyond at the end of the year, but thank you especially to our monthly supporters. Because that'll help us be able to be on the field for the long run. Speaking of which, we are now at 26% of our monthly giving.
Yes.
So that is so exciting. We're a quarter of the way there. And it's just amazing to think that before we went to Houston in November, we were only at 18%. So we've had a big jump here. And there's even several people that have asked us to get back with them about partnering, that they needed a little bit more time. And so we're looking forward to people we already met with in November, maybe still being able to support us perhaps at the end of this month or in January. So I just appreciate all you have partnered with us, because God is providing this growth, and He's providing it through you all. And He's given you the confidence that this is something worth investing in, this work in Nagoya, this work in Japan, who is the second largest unreached people group in the world. And 95% of the Japanese will never meet another Christian in their lifetimes. And we want to be part of that change. So thank you for partnering with us.
Yes. And so now we just want to remind you all of the goals that we do have. We are still pursuing our goal to have 50% of our monthly budget funded by the end of January. And then next, we hope to have 80% by the end of March and 100% by the end of June. But that means that that's why we're actually going to be returning to Houston in January, is because we'll be attending another presbytery there. And there have been some churches.
That'll be on the 19th of January.
The 19th of January is that presbytery. Yeah. And so there's some small groups we'll be able to speak to. There's some individuals that we're hoping to meet with as well, and some churches that we are in contact with in Houston to be able to ask for support.
And we plan on getting to Houston a week or so before the 19th, so that we can meet with all of you who we missed on our last trip.
Yes. And then there's going to be a second presbytery here in New Mexico on the 22nd of January. So right after the Houston Presbytery, we'll be coming back to New Mexico, going to that presbytery.
And that'll be down in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Las Cruces, yes, about 4 hours from where we are.
There's some family history there.
Yes, story for another time. It's a good story.
Yeah.
And also in Las Cruces, there's some churches that want to meet with us, and we're really excited about these opportunities where we see the Lord providing just really neat stories and meeting people who are interested and have a history in missions, or even teaching for missions and stuff too. And so it's really cool to see God providing for those things.
Yeah. And we'll get you guys specific dates about when we're traveling in the future. Yeah. And as we keep coming to Houston, I hope you don't get tired of seeing us. But it's funny that I actually got a call out of the blue after we sent out the last newsletter from a teacher that I worked with for many years at Clear Lake High School, where I taught in Houston. And she said, "Mr. Jordan, Alex, I heard there's a rumor going around that you're going to be coming back to teach here at Lake." And I was like, where did that come from? And then I finally realized that there's some teachers at the school and some students at the school that are receiving our newsletter. So hi. And there was a part in our last newsletter where I wasn't completely clear, where we said, oh, we're coming back to Houston, but we did mean for a visit. And so, anyways, thank you so much for the love. but but yeah, it will just be for a visit, because we are pushing forward to Japan, and being here in New Mexico is a great place for us to be able to work on that full time.
And now we want to share something with you that we are doing. It is called the $10 challenge.
Yay! And the $10 challenge is that if you haven't yet partnered with us and you've considered $10 a month to be too low of a commitment, it would still help us. So if that's something that $10 is all you can afford for the price of less than a streaming service, we would love for you to partner with us. In fact, this newsletter, 2/3 of the people who receive this newsletter are not yet partnered with us. And so if all of those people were to partner with us at $10 a month, it would represent a huge jump in our goal. And so we just wanted to ask you to consider partnering with us at that $10, or even if you're already a partner, increasing your monthly giving by $10 or more. I mean, that would be huge towards our goal, and help us to push towards that 50% goal by the end of January.
And you may not know, but it's an incredible help, and it all adds up, and it's really helpful for us to have that, and even a blessing for you to be able to be a part of this opportunity to join us in a way on our mission to Japan.
Yeah, so we can help extend gospel work there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now we want to talk about a couple prayer requests. We were snowed in for 5 days, y'all, and it's not even winter. And so that was a very interesting experience. We were so excited for the snow, but we were unprepared for not being able to do anything. Well, I mean, we did things like build snowmans and stuff. But if you could if you could please pray for us, just for this winter and how it will turn out and how we will be able to get around, and just what that looks like for our family, who is more used to the Houston winter, which doesn't last very long. And another prayer request is just please pray for us for our travel plans to January and making that 50% goal by the end of January.
Yes. And we appreciate that, and we're doing this right before wake up time, so we have a few little visitors here. Let's do some updates on last month's prayer requests. It was really one big one, and that was for our personal finances. And so thank you for praying for that. And we had also been asking for prayer before we put out that last newsletter, and God actually provided for parts of that even between the time of us filming the last newsletter and sending it out. And so we thank you for your prayers. And we also came to a decision that should have us taken care of a few months into the new year, from now until a few months into the new year. And so that should be able prayerfully to get us to where give us what we need to continue on with fundraising and getting ready for Japan. And our prayer is that we would not set our hopes on the uncertainty of riches, but on God, who provides us richly everything that we need. Yeah. So we are also, I can let you talk about that part. We had asked for prayer about Japanese study.
Yeah, we did ask for prayer about scheduling that and making sure and that it has a healthy place in our lives, where we are hoping to improve in our skill with the language Japanese, but not let it take over our lives. And it's been a really cool time learning Japanese all together as a family through input, but also Alex and I separately. And it has been it's been a really neat thing that hasn't taken over, and it's held a very sweet place in our lives. And so we also wanted to thank you for the prayer for that.
Yeah, and if you didn't catch that was in our further stories section in the last newsletter. And speaking of which, we will not have a further stories section in this newsletter. So
thank you so much for watching this and taking time out to hear what's going on in our lives. We really appreciate all of you for spending this time with us. So.
Anyways, we hope you're having a wonderful Christmas season, and we'll see you next time. Bye. You gonna wave? Bye.
Bye.
Tootie patootie.